Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button and follow for some great content. Today I'm doing a kind of wedding video specifically related to Bachelorette. So I just had my Bachelorette weekend this past weekend and it was phenomenal. So I'm gonna give you guys some tips and advice and all that for like even if it's just a bachelorette party, but like ours was like a weekend trip, Friday to Saturday. So just gonna get some advice on that and get into that because it's a lot. Okay, so first, make sure before you leave, you triple check your suitcases, your purse, your bags, whatever you're taking to make sure you have everything. Because trust me, if you work and then come home, shower, and just throw things in the vehicle, you're gonna forget something, honey. Learn from my experience. I forgot to take the Friday of my bachelorette off and we were leaving that afternoon, like that early evening, and I totally spaced out, but luckily I got off in time to at least shower and be home when we were supposed to leave at 3. But that meant I didn't have time to really do anything but come home, quickly shower, get in clothes, and throw things in my sister's car. I did like my makeup and my hair in the car on the way to the Airbnb. So, and I forgot quite a few things that I wish I would have brought, but everything worked out great because the Airbnb had emergencies of some things I forgot, and then my girls hooked me up with other things that I had forgotten. Shout out to Maggie and Caitlin, my sister, for hooking me up on a few things I forgot. Love you, girls. So even if you're just going out for the night or if you're flying somewhere, just make sure you triple check your luggage. Just do. Number 2, erase expectations. Leave them out the door, because for a long time, since being engaged like 4 years ago, had kind of a picture of what I wanted my bachelorette to be. And it was nothing like I had originally envisioned. But I couldn't imagine a better weekend. I could not. Yes, it wasn't what I originally had kind of pictured when I first got engaged. But it was different in such a good way. Like, it was so good, and I'm so thankful to all the girls who helped put it together, especially my sister, the maid of honor. It just going into the weekend or night, which is like I'm just gonna be with my girls and have fun. Throwing any expectations of, okay, this is what's gonna, just don't, like, because things will be rearranged. And it's just better just to go in with the mindset of I'm just gonna have fun with my girls or guys, because obviously some people have guys on their wedding party. I just don't. Not that it's a bad thing. Everyone has their own group of people. So because I originally had like this completely different vision, we ended up renting an Airbnb about an hour and a half away from my house, on this like resort like area, being in Galena, Illinois. doing all sorts of things, like a goat hike that I've never even heard of before. We went to a magic show, which was really fun. We went out to this restaurant I've never heard of before, and like, it just was so much fun. I'm just so thankful. But like I said, if you go in with certain expectations of what it's going to be like, and you get a little disappointed, then you don't get to enjoy your weekend as much as you should. So, yeah. Next one is things will not go as planned. Just don't be open to having things rearranged and things going, like we had to reschedule, like we went out to a restaurant Saturday night than they originally had put reservations for. Turned out so much better in my opinion. We did the goat hike a different day because of rain, but that rearranged it so we could do another activity that I ended up enjoying so much. So it's just like, things are not gonna go, even if like your girl makes like this, maid of honor makes this good schedule, because everybody tells me like she was detailed with the schedule, but like we had to rearrange things and things kind of got, but just being able to go with the flow, that is a good thing. Just going with the flow. Like we had to arrange the restaurants where like the shopping where we thought we were going to go do a lot of shopping wasn't actually as good as I thought, so we didn't spend as much time there as I thought. It was kind of a little bit of a letdown. Main Street Galena, side note, doesn't actually have as many shops as you think. Most of it is restaurant and bar crawling. Anyway, so just being able to go with the flow, which is something, if you know me, is not my specialty. It gives me panic and anxiety. So just going with the flow is something that I definitely recommend for any bachelor or bachelorette event you have. So good. And then another tip is bring lots of shoes. My fiance kind of laughed at me because I brought umpteen pairs of shoes, but it made it so I had options for all the different events we did. When we were on the goat hike, I could wear different shoes in my on clouds, because no matter how careful I was, goats poop wherever they want to poop. And no matter how careful I was, I probably, sometime in the hour hike, probably stepped on a little bit of goat poop. So I was able to wear not so nice tennis shoes that I could wash in the washer when I got home. I had a couple options for heels, depending on what I was feeling at the time. I had open, closed, and closed-toed shoes in case it was cold or rainy, It was very helpful to have those several options of shoes. Also, bring extra clothes. Bring clothing options. Don't just pack one outfit for all these things. Like, have a few extra, like, obviously don't go overboard, but bring extra little pairs of stuff. Like, make sure you have plenty of underwear, plenty of undergarments, but also bring maybe an extra pair of shorts, an extra t-shirt, an extra dress, just to have an extra option, because I forgot something. But luckily, because I had overpacked on another thing, I was able to mismatch and figure it out without having to stop at Walmart or Target and quickly get something and spend money on a pair of shorts that I might not have worn besides the Bachelorette weekend, and waste $10, $15 on a pair of shorts for one time. I mean, because maybe I wouldn't have found a pair that I like to wear more than just that event. I don't know. Maybe I would have found one that I loved. I don't know. But luckily I had overpacked on another kind of thing, so I was able to just rearrange my wardrobe. So that really helped. Also, make sure you bring cash. I underestimated the importance of needing cash because I don't really use cash in my day-to-day life. But it is so important on your Bachelorette weekend for tipping, whether that's the cleaning lady or service, whether that's servers at the restaurant, whether that's entertainers like the magician we had, or the goat hike tourist we had. Just being able to have money, like cash, is so beneficial, because I just thought, oh, well, if I go out to eat, I'll just leave a tip on the card. Not realizing there'd be so many other things that I would want to tip, like the cleaning lady that we had at the Airbnb, the magician leaving a tip for that. Like those things. So definitely bring cash. It's just a smart idea. Like obviously don't bring a ton of it, and because that's just not safe to have a ton of cash on you. But obviously definitely bring a few bucks for, even if you don't think you'll need it, just for tips and other little things, you know. It's just, to me, really, really smart. So those are just a kind of few of my tips that I have and advice. But also remember to not feel guilty. It is your weekend, your event. If the girls say, what do you want to do? It's your event. This is about you. Don't feel guilty. Like there were times where the girls were like, we don't care. You pick. It's your weekend. And I felt kind of guilty. You just have to remember that they're there celebrating you, and that if they would mind being there celebrating you, they wouldn't have put the money, taken the time off of work, taken the time out of their schedule to be there to celebrate you. So they genuinely wouldn't say, we're here to celebrate you, you get to pick. So don't feel guilty for that. They are there because they love you and cherish you and want the best for you, and just soak in all the time you have with your loved ones, because it goes by way too fast. Thank you. I love you. Please subscribe. Bye.